And today we have forces of friction. For example, in Newton's second law, when we have acceleration, correct? So when body is moving, there are two bodies moving. For example, one body moving another. So there is also another opposition, yeah, yeah, opposite force. That force is called friction force. Actually, what is friction force? Uh, Friction force is called a contact force. When, for example, two bodies are in contact, so one body is sliding on the surface of another, like you can see in picture. For example, we have one body. For example, one body is moving on the surface of another body. So when this body is moving, these two bodies are in contact. So this downward body, this will show opposition to the motion of body number one, yeah, mass number one. That opposition force is called what? Resistance of the body. Correct? Okay, for example, when body is sliding, so this in this case we have friction. That friction is called sliding friction. When one body slide on the surface of another. Okay, same, for example, when one body is ruling, like circular shape, and body is ruling on the surface of another body. So in this case, there is a position from the surface, and that opposition is to stop the motion of this circular body. This friction force, yeah, this opposition force is called ruling friction. So a force in opposition to the motion of a body is called the friction force. Friction force, like normal force, these are actually contact forces. These are called contact forces because these are in between two bodies with when these bodies are in contact with each other. Okay, what are the properties of the friction force? So properties of friction force, you can see that friction force is parallel to normal reaction, normal force. Like what? For example, if for example one body slide on the surface of another, like we have mass number one, let's suppose this is mass m, correct? So this body actually apply force, like there is one gravitational force downward. Gravitational force equal to what? The gravitational force equal to Fg, and Fg is equal to what? Mg. There is one another force like normal reaction, and this normal reaction actually normal reaction equal to what? Gravitational force, or you can say that this normal reaction equal to weight of the body, mg or fg. So when body ruling on the surface of another, so then there is another force, and that force is what? That force, friction force. Actually, that one is directly proportional to normal force. This means that for heavy weights, friction force will be more. For low weights, the friction force will be less. So friction force is a relation with normal reaction, normal force on the body. This is first relation. Second relation, for example, this friction force, uh, if we replace this equality sign, this direct proportionality sign, we have fx equal to what? We have n, and we take another constant where k is constant. To write this in the form of equation, because uh, first one is a relation, not equation. So this k, actually this k is called what? This is called coefficient of friction. It means we have equation Fs is equal to N normal reaction, where N is normal reaction, and we have what? A constant value, and this constant value is called mu S, or you can say this is called coefficient of friction. Coefficient of friction. What is coefficient of friction? Actually, coefficient of friction is the ratio of two forces. One force is normal force, normal reaction, and second one is friction force. How to prove from the equation? So we can prove from the equation the value of coefficient of friction. How we can? For example, we have equation that Fs is equal to what? Mu s multiply with n. So if you divide both sides by n, so n cancel with n, we have new formula, new one. That one is mu s. Yeah, mu is equal to what? Fs. F is friction force divided by normal. Normal is also force. So both are forces. You can see the unit of friction force is Newton because force. The unit of normal force is also Newton. So equal to what? So it means when Newton cancel with Newton, so mu s is the ratio of two forces, and there is no unit because this is the ratio of two forces. One is friction force and second one is normal force. Okay, friction force always parallel to the surface of, for example, a position, yeah, surface of the body, for example, sliding surface. When one body is sliding on another, so friction force will be parallel to this surface. And one and other thing, friction force, yeah, coefficient of friction have different value for different surfaces and depend upon the surface and nature of surface. You can see this body uh, moving on an inclined plane. This one you can see. So, for example, if body moving on this direction, so always the friction force will be in opposite direction to the motion. And this opposite force, yeah, this friction force will be parallel to the surface. It will making zero angle with the surface. For example, we have surface and we have one body on the surface and these are sliding on one another. For example, one body is sliding on the surface of another. Correct? So if body moving on this direction, so the always the friction force will be in opposite direction. Friction force. And for example, if body moving in this direction, it means applied force in this direction. A body moving on this direction, so friction force will be in opposite direction. Correct? Okay, again, different surfaces have different. The range of coefficient of friction is from 0.3 to 10. It depends upon the surfaces. For example, for wood, the coefficient of friction will be different. For example, for like steel, like for example, for rubber. So different surfaces have different coefficient values, coefficient of friction values. Okay, uh, graph of friction force. And friction force, actually there are two types of friction force. One we can say static friction, second one is kinetic friction. What is difference between static friction and kinetic friction? So when body is at rest, there is friction, and that friction is called static friction. But when body start motion, so during motion again there is a friction force opposition to the motion of that body. That friction is called kinetic. Static means state of rest. Kinetic means when body is in motion, or kinetic means motion. For example, you can see the graph. On the graph, here are you can see one is friction force, and we have here applied force. So how you can explain this graph? For example, we have one body on the surface of another body, correct? So if you need to apply force on this one to start motion, you need to apply force. This is applied force. So for example, when you apply force, you can see you are starting from zero. So you are applying force, but still your force is not able to start motion in that body. So you are increasing force. You can see this graph is increasing. You are increasing force, but still unable to start motion in that body. So this stage, at this stage, your body will start motion. So when your body will start motion, so your force is decreasing. And after some time, you need a constant force. With a constant force, you can continue motion in that body. Correct? Body will move with that constant force. Correct? So this region, first region, this region actually at this point, at this area, the friction was static friction, because at this position, at this state, the body was in the state of rest. But after starting, for example, so this area is for kinetic friction. So we have here mu s coefficient of static friction. Here we have what? Mu k. It means coefficient of kinetic friction. You can see here what is static friction when speed or when motion is zero, velocity is zero, speed is zero. But when there is, for example, some motion, velocity not equal to zero, that type friction force available, and that friction force is called what? Kinetic friction. Correct? So what we have formula, then we have some numerical on that. We have formula for friction.
Professor,
Yes.
the moment that the object starts moving, shouldn't the mu k be larger than mu s?
Yes, at that position you can see here at this position when it start. So suddenly you need less force, correct? But it will decrease. But after some time, then you need a constant force, correct? It will decrease, but it will
Okay.
not decrease automatically. For example, directly. So it will take some time. Then you need a constant force to continue that body. Okay, what we have equation? So we have equation when we use this equation for friction force. Then Fs, it means friction force is equal to mu to normal force. Or you can write like this one, normal force equal to what? We know that normal force is equal to mg. So this is the main equation for friction. Or you can use both. Normal reaction with mu, or mu is equal to mu with mg. So you can use both. Okay, let's start one example. Okay, these are different bodies. Steel with steel, so their static friction and kinetic friction we'll use coefficient of friction. Okay, aluminum and steel, copper, so these are different. When, for example, you can see ice sliding on another piece of ice, so static friction is 0.1. Okay, kinetic friction, coefficient of friction is 0.03. So different surfaces have different coefficient values. Okay, these are kitchen utensils in their friction, coefficient of friction. Correct? Okay. For example, for this example, I will tell you that when you start motion in a body, you need force. But in this example, for example, If a body is on surface of earth, like for example, if a body is on surface of another body, for example here, so two ways to start motion in this body. One way is, okay, applying force, applied force, correct. Second way is, for example, if you change angle, like for example if we have sorry here, if we have surface and for example body is laying on the surface of earth, like an inclined plane, so it depends upon this angle. When you are increasing this angle, so angle changing, so a time will come that it will start motion. When angle change, so it will start motion. So in this example we will discuss that at which point, for example, you can start motion in this body. It depends upon angle changing, so we need to find that angle. That angle is called what? That thing is called critical angle. Okay, so read this example. The following is a simple method of measuring coefficient of friction. Suppose a block is placed on rough surface inclined relative to the horizontal. The inclined angle is increased until the block start to move. Inclined angle will increase until the block start to move, so that you can obtain mu s. It means coefficient of static friction, by measuring the critical angle at which this slipping just occurs. For example, just motion start. So first of all, you need what? You need to draw how many forces on that body. So how many forces we have here? Okay, let's start that how many forces we have. I will draw just a free body diagram. For example, we have uh, mass, we have correct mass here dot. This is mass. Okay, what is the weight of this mass? So weight of this was is mg downward, correct? Okay, for example, if you apply force, yeah, for example, this body will start motion like this one. You can see. So what will be the friction? Friction will be in opposite direction. Opposite direction, we have friction. Okay, still we don't have any force, correct? But we are assuming that, for example, if this body start motion, yeah, if this body will move in this direction, like you can see x-axis direction, so there will be a friction force opposite to that. We have what? We have friction force here. Okay, we have what? We have actually normal force. Normal force, correct? So opposite of normal force is what? We have what? We have gravitational force, mg, correct? But actually this gravitational force will have components, like we have x component and y component. You can see here, this one is clearly we have gravitational force, correct? So we have components like y component and x component, where our y component is equal to what? Y component equal to mg sine theta, and x component equal to what? Mg cos theta. Yes, x component is mg cos theta and y component is what? Mg sine theta.
Excuse me,
Yes.
uh, can you please tell us that what are the difference between these two mg? Both of them are gravitational force.
Yes, please, again.
What are the difference between these two mg?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, what is the property of normal force? Actually, normal force is always perpendicular to the surfaces. Correct? Normal force is always perpendicular to the surfaces. Normal force. Correct? So, You can see here we take this one is x-axis and this one is vertical, yeah, y-axis. So normal force, correct? So what will be the gravitational force? Actually, gravitational force and normal force. These are perpendicular to each other, correct? In opposite direction. So if we have this one, if we have mg, but the effect of mg is like what you can see here, effect will be downward. You can see here, this is actually the gravitational force, but this component is from normal force, correct? So gravitational force and normal force. So then we have this one, correct? So we will take the component form, like you can see angle is here, this one is angle theta. So this one is perpendicular and this side actually is base, this side is hypotenuse. So we need to we need to write this gravitational force, yeah, downward force. You can see weight of this body in component form, where mg cos theta and mg sin theta. Okay, what will be here? This one is actually perpendicular, so we can say that this one is mg into cos theta, correct? This is perpendicular. Okay, this one is actually your x-axis, yeah, base value equal to what? Base value is equal to mg into sin theta. Sorry, perpendicular is mg sin theta and base value is mg cosine theta, correct? Okay, we have mg into sin theta, and this side we have what? Mg cosine theta. So let's write down how many forces are along x-axis and how many forces are along y-axis. So how many forces are along x-axis and how many forces are along y-axis? Who will tell me?
Two forces along x-axis. One is Fs, fractional force. The other is Ng sine theta, I think.
Okay, okay, great. Still there is no motion, correct? So from first law of Newton, we can say that sum of all forces along x-axis equal to 0 because there is no motion. How many forces are there? Actually there are two forces. What are these? You can see one is this one, mg sine theta, and second one is friction force. So if we take mg sine theta on positive axis, so we have mg into sine theta minus gravitational, sorry, statistic, sorry, uh, okay, friction force is on negative axis, so we write negative equal to 0. Or if you transfer this one, so we have what? Static force, yeah, friction force is equal to what? Mg into sine theta. First equation for all forces along x-axis. Okay, now how many forces are along y-axis? So sum of all forces along y-axis also equal to 0. Why? Because there is no motion along y-axis. So how many
You have to
forces? Yes, there are
Two
two
forces,
forces.
sir.
Yes, one is normal, second one is downward mg cos theta. So
Mg is cos degrees.
yes, yes. So normal is upward. So we take that one positive, and mg cos theta is downward. So negative mg into cos theta equal to 0. So if you transfer n is equal to what? Mg into cos theta. We have normal force and we have friction force. We are finding coefficient of static friction video. So how we can find coefficient static video? Okay, uh, here it is. equation number first, you can see mg sine theta minus fs. Second one is normal minus mg cosine theta. Correct? Now, what is third one? Actually, from first this equation, we have fs is equal to what? Mg into sine of theta. Now from second equation, we have second equation, you can see here, n minus mg cosine theta. So if we write n is equal to mg into cosine theta, we, we have mg into cosine theta, correct? So if you divide both sides by cosine theta to find the value of mg, so cosine theta will cancel. We have mg equal to what? Mg equal to n divided by cosine theta, the value of mg. Now, if we replace the value of mg in first equation here, so what we have? We have static friction equal to what? Mg. So in place of mg, write down n divided by cosine theta multiply with sine theta. Now we can write static friction equal to what? Yeah, equal to n, and we have what? Sine theta divided by cosine theta, where we know that fx is equal to n, and sine divided by cosine equal to what? Sine divided by cosine equal to tangent theta.
Tangent theta.
So we are searching to find what? Coefficient of friction. So we have this equation, and we also know that coefficient of friction force is equal to mu s multiply with n. Correct? So if we replace this value fs with mu s and n, this one, so our new equation will be mu s into n multiply with what? Multiply with n tangent theta. Correct? So we have n on both sides. If you divide both sides on n, so these two value cancel. We have value for mu s, and mu s is equal to what? Tangent theta. It means that in this case, our static friction, yeah, coefficient of static friction depend upon tangent theta. It means what is the variable? Variable is angle. It means, for example, if you are increasing this angle, correct? So with increase of this angle, the friction, yeah, static friction will reduce, and this body will start motion. This body will start what? This body will start motion, correct? Kinetic friction will produce. So we prove that static friction depend upon angle when body is on the inclined plane. So with the help of changing angle, you can produce motion in that body. Static friction depend upon what? Depend upon theta here.
Angle, sir.
Yes, angle. That angle is called what? That angle is called critical angle. When just body start motion. Okay, same we have another example,
What
but
change, Professor?
yes,
And we increase the over the object.
yes, please again.
What if we don't change the angle of the surface and we increase the force over the object? Can we find mu s from the friction formula, like mu s equals to fs over n?
Yes, of course you can find. You can find, if you know weight, you can find the value of Fs. Correct? Or if you have applied force, so you can find. In different ways we can find. Let me explain to you. Let me clear are these.
So the time is going to finish.
Yes,
Can
then I
we?
will, yes, then I will start again. Yeah, less than 1 minute. So I will cancel this one, then I will start. But I will start after 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.